Hi, Tim here from World of Sleuths, and I know I haven't done a video other than since my TBR video this month. That's been sort of crazy around here, but uh, well, like of course it has been for everybody with COVID-19, and see over the back on Sunday the stay-at-home order went into effect here in Illinois. So I'm staying at home, but I usually do anyway. But before it started, my daughter has a clergy position at a church in a town 45 minutes from us, and she decided that she didn't want to spend the time alone with just her cat after the church was closing and just doing everything online uh, for the time being. And so she decided she's going to come stay with us. So she brought her cat down with her. So it's been a couple extra people here. Plus my son's birthday was earlier this month, and we went out for a while, driving around to the weekend before. We went driving around some places, and then we took him out to eat that night. We did it just in time because it was like that Sunday. Then they closed all bars and restaurants from dining stuff, and so. But been trying to watch and keep up on the COVID-19 stuff. And I just pray that everybody, all my friends here, get through it just fine. But with that said, with the books, I didn't get as much reading done as I'd like to. I've gotten 3 of the books done so far, and so I'll show you them and tell you a little bit about them. I haven't gotten my blog post up for any of them yet with the ratings and stuff. So first off, the book I started with on the 1st of the month is the Wooden Hand by Fergus Hume. It's about a girl who was living with a lady that she called Nanny. She pretty much raised her because this girl hadn't seen her mom much, or her dad much, I should say. Her mom died when she was young. So she was raised by this nanny. The father would take off and he'd come to England here at times, but then he's been down in South Africa for 5 years. She had told him that she was engaged to a guy, and he said wait till he got back, and she wouldn't marry him. But around the time that he told her that he'd be there a little bit after that, his body was found off the road a little ways between the town that she was in, or village, and the next one over. And his body was found. The funny thing is, the girl had a dream of a body at that spot, and so the book is an investigation on how her father was killed, and some of the stuff about his past and some other guys in the town. So I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The second one I read is The Great Mask by Wadswoth Camp. He was the father of science fiction writer Madeline Lango, and this is a mystery by him. It's pretty good. It's It's about a guy named Jim Garth. He's a detective in New York City, and his boss, an inspector, sends him in for some of the harder to solve crimes and stuff. And the thing is that he has feelings for the inspector's daughter, and she ends up involved in all these too. He runs into her, and they before solving them. But it's a pretty good book also. I gave it 4 stars. And then today I just finished the 3rd book, which is The Man Who Bought London by Edgar Wallace. For me, it didn't seem much like a mystery, but it talks more like crime about a couple men rich men buying out stores in London and stuff, and properties, and one of them's trying to assassinate the other, and because they're each other's worst enemies, and it is somewhat mysterious because of a finding at the end of the book, but it was a pretty good book too. This was from around 1915. This book was published. So was well, The Wooden Head, I think, was 1914, and The Grey Mask, I think that was 1920. I think I'm thinking. So the book I'm about to start reading is The Heart of the Mystery by T.W. Speight. That will make the 4th one. This one's around like 1895. And then I don't know anything about it yet. I like to go on to these without knowing too much about them. And then after I'm done with this one, I'm trying to read both within the next under a week. I think I should be able to get them done. It's The Master Mummer by Phillips Oppenheim. And and I don't know much about it either. I think that's like 1905 that that's from. Well, that's all I have for this video. I hope to bring one in the next few days, record one in the next few days and get it posted. Which talk about detectives in public domain books, because all these books that I'm reading for this are in the public domain. There are plenty of books and series with detectives, and there's more than just Sherlock Holmes, and I'll be coming up with a video about that within the next few days, hopefully. So until then, take it easy and keep on reading.